I'm on the floor because this one is at the floor. These ones are awkward to shoot. It's unfortunate. But we're going to go ahead and do it anyway because I love
3, 2, 1, bro.
What's up, everybody? My name is Nick Murphy. I'm one half of the Brothers Murph, and this is What's on That Shelf, where Mike and I go through all of our different shelves, and we talk about all the games that we have. So this is kind of a small shelf. We're going to be doing this one right here. There's only 2 games here, actually, but they are Cool Mini or Not games, CMON games, and they tend to be very large. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and go through. Let's go. Camera there. Boom. Rum and Bones. Rum and Bones is a, oh god, what's the word? I think it's called MODA, M-O-D-A. It simulates a kind of a video game, I believe, and it's a pirate skirmish game. So what you do is each player takes a different pirate faction. The base game comes with 2, but then there's been a bunch of expansions for it. So you get your own pirate ship. You get this big old board with all these, it's kind of a gridded pirate ship board. And the other player gets their gridded pirate ship board. And you put your pirates on it. And then everyone has 2 crews. So there's bosuns and there's deckhands. And the deckhands and the bosuns literally don't do anything except for step forward in a straight line and then hit. Step forward, hit. Step forward, hit. That's all they do. They literally can't do anything else. You can't choose what they do. You can't do anything. They're kind of like these weird, like, AI like cannon fodder type things, which at first it comes across kind of off-putting. You're like, I want to be able to do stuff with them, but like in the end it doesn't really matter, and it's kind of funny and interesting as having this kind of this line of like minions going forward, like bam, 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 like that. But then each person also has 5 pirates with them. You have a captain, you have a quartermaster, a gunner, a brute, and then a swashbuckler. So they all generally do different things, and every person's pirates all have different special abilities, different stuff that they can do. So at any given time, you're going to have 3 on your ship, and they're like superheroes compared to the other deckhands. They're like over chopping everyone up, killing everybody, swinging from ship to ship, blowing stuff up with cannons and stuff, and they're doing all this crazy stuff, and those are the ones you get to control. Those are the ones that have a certain amount of actions and stuff, and you get to roll around and do stuff with them. And it's a really, really fun game. Here's the issue. The issue, one, it's 100% dice chucker, which means that Mike and I don't have very good luck. Particularly Mike tends to have very bad luck. There's been a few times we've played this, and Mike has damn near flipped the table just because he just needed like a 2. And he rolled like 7 ones in a row. You know, it's very dependent on that. And the base game, I think some people overblow it, but there is a pretty significant first player advantage because the person who gets to go first, their pirates get to go first, and your pirates can do a lot of damage. So the first person who gets to go in the game, their pirates can go through and like pretty much decimate the other player's deckhands and bosuns. And so then the other person throughout the whole game, because you constantly are spawning more, and they're constantly coming onto the board, but it's like you just get so decimated in the very beginning that like you tend to have way less deckhands, way less bosuns, and it can be tougher. It's not insurmountable. You just have to play a more aggressive game when you're playing as the second player, but the first player and second player isn't really that balanced. There could be a lot more balancing goes on. And that brings me to my second and much bigger problem with this game. It's not so much this game's problem as it is Cool Mini or Not's problem. They came out with the second version of this game called Rum and Bones Second Tide, and they had more factions and all this kind of stuff. But here's the thing. They changed a decent amount of the rules from Rum and Bones in Second Tide. They changed a lot of different things, and the things that they changed seem to make the game way better. Like everyone talks about how much better Second Tide is, and then the fact that like your pirates now can get upgrades. Like they can upgrade. They have 3 abilities. All pirates have 3 abilities they can do, and in Second Tide they can upgrade those abilities twice. So you can go basic, intermediate, and then like advanced abilities. And then on top of that, they did the turn order differently, because in the normal game it's like you do your deckhands, then your pirates, then their deckhands, then their pirates, and then you just kind of go like that. In this one, you get to choose, I believe, if I remember correctly, different, what order you're going to do stuff in. So you can choose to do this and then that and then this and then that and then this and that, and it changes the whole balance of the game, and it really gets rid of that first player advantage and the balance issue, which is great. And the cool thing about that Kickstarter that they did for Rum and Bones Second Tide is they came out with an upgrade pack for season 1. They said, oh, here's an upgrade pack that so you can change all the rules, and then here are new upgrades for all the pirate heroes, because these pirate heroes can't upgrade in this one. They can only upgrade in the second one. So they said, here's a bunch of upgrades for all the pirates that were released in the first edition, including all the ones for the expansions and all the ones from that were Kickstarter exclusives. They made upgrades for everything in the game that had come out before then. And the upgrade is just cards in a new rulebook, so it wasn't very expensive. It was like $25, and it was like, great, that's so awesome, because my whole thing is like, I don't need more Rum and Bones, we have enough, but I want the upgrade pack for this. But the problem with that Kickstarter is you couldn't just get the upgrade pack. You had to buy Rum and Bones Second Tide to get the upgrade pack. And I'm like, I don't want to buy Rum and Bones Second Tide. I already have Rum and Bones. It's wonderful. We have this. We have an expansion, which I'll talk about in a second. And we have a ton of promo stuff from the first Kickstarter in our closet. And so I'm like, I don't want more. I just want the upgrade pack. Sell me the upgrade pack. And they wouldn't do it. But they said, don't worry, it's going to come to retail once the Kickstarter is done. We just want people buying the Kickstarters. So, it's going to come to retail, it's going to come to retail, it's going to come to retail. And we have now been waiting, I think, almost a year for that dang thing to come out to retail. It was supposed to come out last year, I think, Q3, and it just didn't. And then I think it was supposed to come out Q4, and then it just didn't. And now we're nearing the end of Q2 in 2018, and it still hasn't come out. And people have asked and asked and asked CMON or not, and apparently what they've heard from a lot of CMON not reps, they're just kind of like, yeah, we're just not going to sell it at retail. We just decided not to. So now it looks like it's not available, and it doesn't look like it's going to be available. I could be wrong. Please, someone correct me if I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But it looks like it's not going to be available for retail, which means, frankly, we probably won't play this game again, because I want to play with the upgrade pack. The game is good without it, but is so much better with the upgrade pack that I want to play with that. And CMON or not is just seemingly deciding to not print it, and not essentially make decent amount of money, because there's a lot of people who want to buy it, and they won't do it. So I like Rum and Bones a lot. That's a very long story about this one game. I like Rum and Bones a lot. I really want to play it again, but like I'm not gonna buy the new one, and I want to play with the upgrade pack because it seems to make the game eons better. And so yeah, so let's look at a quick expansion, because that's the other box on this one. This is the expansion I decided to get when we did the Kickstarter, and this is Mazu's Dreadful Curse. So they all have a theme. So like in the base game, there's like the normal pirates, and there's like the undead pirates, you know, like the Curse of the Black Pearl kind of pirates. And then now there's been like French pirates, there's been, I think, Spanish pirates, there's like all sorts of fantasy races of pirates and stuff. It's super cool. This one, though, is like a Japanese kind of inspired one. I honestly got it because I really liked the idea of it. I thought the minis and the art looked super cool. This one, instead of having one big boat, you have 3 small boats, which I also think is interesting. And it's a great little expansion. Played with it a few times. I like it a lot. These are minis, despite the fact that I'm really upset with CMON or not for not coming out with the upgrade pack. The minis in this game are crazy, like so good. Especially, I love a couple of the minis in this are absolutely bananas. So I probably want to paint them anyway, just because they're so darn pretty. I want the upgrade pack, because the upgrade pack was for this too. It had everything, and I really want it, but it not looking like they want to do it, so probably not going to get it. Darn. All right, last game. This is turning out to be a longer one because I ranted so long about Rum and Bones, but boom, Blood Rage. Very, very popular game. Everybody knows Blood Rage. Blood Rage is a Viking game done by Eric Lang. And CMON or not, it's got very, very pretty minis. Big old monster minis. They're like this big. They're freaking massive. And it is a kind of like an area control game. It's a good mix between like a Euro game and a Amerithrash game, because there's fighting, there's big minis, there's that kind of stuff. At the same time, there's a lot of card drafting. There's a lot of trying to manipulate and get in people's heads and trying to figure out what they're trying to do, so you can kind of beat them out in battles, but sometimes you can even trick them into getting into battles that, even though you lose, they benefit you. Because that's one thing in this game, is you can actually gain points by losing battles, intentionally losing battles. And essentially, you're trying to go around and get control of these different areas. You're trying to do quests that you get, and it's kind of hard to describe. But it's very good. We played it. We hadn't played it in a while because the problem with Blood Rage is you can't really play it with 2 players. Apparently you can. We've never played it. I really only want to play this game if I have 3 or 4 players. So we haven't played it in a while, and then we finally got to the table the other day, and I was reminded, like, oh yeah, this is a good game. Like, I like this game a lot, because I'm always like, do I like Blood Rage that much? Like, is it really that good? Because we bought it, we hadn't played it before we bought it, and we bought it kind of because the hype for it was massive. And I think the hype is deserved, because it is a good game, and the component quality is off the charts per usual with Cool Mini or Not. But I do like it, and I like the area control part of it. I like the fact that, like, you can go in there and have all the cards and have everything you need, and then someone kind of plays a trick on you, and you kind of get hosed in the end. You know, they play a Loki card. Loki cards tend to make you want to lose. Like, you go in there for this big fight, you're, oh, I'm going to play my biggest card, I'm going to win this, I'm going to get all the glory for Valhalla, my boys in Valhalla. And then someone else was trying to intentionally throw the fight. And you're like, damn, okay. And that's interesting because there's multiple paths to win, you know. And I find that very, very interesting. And it is very good. I like it a lot. It's not anywhere near my favorite game, but it's good. You know, it's good. I have always been happy with the purchase, even though we don't play it nearly as often as I'd like to. But now, again, that we have a game group and we have more people to play with, we'll probably get to the table a little more now. And I do like it. And the minis are, oh my god, it's cool or not, but just like, these are ones where I'm like, I need to get better before I paint these ones, because the minis in this are so nuts, like so nuts, that I gotta up my game. Gotta up my game. All right, that is gonna be it. Look, big empty. There's a bunch of stuff on there. Oh my gosh. Wow, I'm gonna pick all that up. Oh, I know what that's from. I know what that's from. Wow. Okay. Cool. Well, everybody, that was a what's on that shelf. I'm going to clean up the stuff that's behind there because I didn't know it was back there. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Until the next shelf, I'll see you later. Bye. If you like this video so much, then you should go and click subscribe. And if you want to play some awesome games, then baby, you should check Restoration Games. Oh yeah, and this game. This game sucks.